Don't forget to hit like on the video if you are enjoying the content. Leave a comment below on the video if you are so inclined to express your thoughts and opinions, or do me a solid and hit me up with a subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up with the content or just want to show your support. And yeah, let's play some fucking Guild Wars. Well, what's good, everyone? You got Mind Circus here with you, and another episode of Let's Replay Guild Wars 2. On the last episode, we did our little dungeon adventure. I think at this point, we're just going to go ahead and worry about grinding ourselves up a few levels. That's kind of my overall vision for the day. It is a beautiful, sunny day here on the West Coast, and I am enjoying my Sunday morning with an excellent cup of coffee, some hazelnut creamer, and I am ready to go. So, with that said, let's take a little look here at this point at our character and see if we need to maybe replace some gear. So, I'm going to go ahead and take a look, and what it looks like here is I have a good hat. My shoulders probably need replacing. My coat's okay. My gloves need replacing. My pants are definitely okay, and I'm probably okay with the boots. So let's go ahead and replace these gloves and shoulders at the very least. And let's look at our weapons and probably our axe and our staff. So what I will do at this point is I'm just going to take a quick little look at the trading post. And as we are wont to do, we will pull up our filters and we will match our level, lower this by 5. We'll set ourselves to 51, which level we currently are, and then we will look at weapons. Let's see if we can find a cheap staff here first. And we will sort by price. So we got some really cheap blue stuff. Yeah, we'll take this green staff here. I think this is a statistical upgrade. Oops, I made a little mistake here. Let's try this again. Staffs. And sort by price, and we will pay the huge price of 2 silver here for a honed wood staff of ice. So I'm going to grab this. And I think then we will look at the shoulders and boots. So let's go to armor and boots. And we'll again sort by price. So these strong here are not quite as good as what I'm wearing, it seems. So let's pull this down a little bit. So these are 2 silver here and a significant upgrade, so I will grab these. And then let's look at shoulders and an axe. So shoulders. And givers. Wow. Well, we'll forego the givers here. Maybe look at this ravaging or honed. I think the honed is better, so we'll grab these. And let us grab an axe. And a honed axe. Okay, so spent a little there. The other thing I do want to make sure that I'm picking up here is a fresh little batch of candy corn custard. So let's pull this up. We will reset our filters. And we will look for other candy. And let's see what we get here. Candy corn. And, wow, candy corn custard. Here we go. So let's pick up 20 of these for another silver, and that should be good. So let's go ahead here and, oh, look what I just did. Let's accept that. All right. So let's grab our stuff. Let's put on our stuff. I would love to soulbind that. And that. And that. Let's move on. So the next thing I'm actually going to do, and I'll talk a little bit about it, is I'm going to do something a little less than efficient at this point. If you see, what I actually have been doing is completing maps as I go along. Now, obviously, this is not the most efficient way to do things. As I mentioned before, the most efficient way to level is going to be while we're, you know, doing events and doing hearts at the same time in maps that really haven't seen a lot of play. But what I do is I have been map completing my way through Ascalon here as we go, just for alleviation of boredom. The grind, to me, not always my favorite way to go. That said, Plains of Ashford here is only 60% complete. All the rest of the ones that we've touched are fully complete. So what I'm going to do here is, on a chill Sunday morning, I am going to go and finish Plains of Ashford and maybe talk to you guys about anything I come up with on the way. So let's get that underway. So I swear to you guys, I grabbed a random waypoint on this map, and what happened was I zoned into this exact heart that I warned you about on an earlier episode, and I thought about my will to deal with it, and it's really low. So what I'm actually going to do is, I just can't do this. I can't do it. I'm going to go and get my level on here in Iron Marches at this point and just kill some random mobs. I just can't do that heart. I just can't. Wow, that's good XP. We'll be here for a while. You guys know, I mentioned it in a previous episode, but if you are a new player of this game, it really behooves you around this point to start gathering. And it really is going to make your life easier as you go on. This is not an XP-less activity. You can obviously get a little bit of XP every time you go ahead and mine something. But really, the big benefit at this point is that the materials that you can gather here at this point of the game, platinum, I believe we get hardwood at this point. These are all really, really beneficial crafting ingredients. And as I mentioned earlier, kind of one of the funkier things about Guild Wars is that in this case, you know, the platinum, which is, you know, technically a lower quality material, it gets a lot less of it put in the economy than, say, mithril, which is a higher quality metal. And the reason for that is that more players are at the end game than in the middle of the game. So this is a really good opportunity for you to, you know, put on a quick little bit of XP and make a little bit of money. If you're in a guild at this point, you can also get some bonuses for gathering or for XP gain, etc. And I would suggest you kind of think about getting into one of those. Now, I would join one and show you guys and talk to you guys all about it, but I am a very antisocial individual and am a member of mostly guilds with 2 or 3 people in them, so I'm not basically the best person to really talk about that. That said, hey, let's get this hero point here. I'm not scared. Badass. I don't know what to tell you. This is actually one of my favorite hearts in the, hero points in the game. I don't know why. Maybe it's the voice acting here of Sharky Longears. I'm sure there's a bit of a story behind this from the developers somewhere. But yeah, Sharky Longears. Choose your words carefully, adventurer. The next ones out of your mouth could change your life forever. You have come into the presence of Thunder Nation P70X, my greatest golem to date. Will you test your mettle against the 2 of us? Hell yes, I am ready when you are. Oh, Thunder Nation ain't no joke.
Sharky Longears and his golem Thunder Nation!
I will keep that in mind going forward. Alright, level the hell up. Level 52. Let's see what we get. Plus 30 to primary attributes. Is that going to make a difference? I don't know. Well, looks like Sharky Longyears is at it again. I think I'll have to clear out. Wow. Check that XP out. That's crazy. So, you know, I just want to kind of point that out. That is much quicker leveling than you'd see. And a lot of this has to do with us just, you know, playing above our heads and in zones that are a few levels above us. And then the other one is the bonus XP, obviously, the system that I described in the previous episode. So definitely keep that in mind. This is obviously much faster leveling than we would be getting if we weren't taking the advice that I was putting in front of everybody. Okay, level 54, plus 30 to primary attributes. Does that help? I don't know. Select your reward. We get these boosters here, an item booster, an armor booster, a strength booster. Always going to tell you to take these item boosters. These other little things, not as big value. These item boosters, a nice little bump in magic find that's stacked with a lot of other options. So highly going to recommend you take the magic find, the item booster on these. But obviously, it is up to you, and take what you want. Alright, it's time for a history lesson. Let's see if my many times completing this map is let me do this heart without kind of cheating. Let's see. Almora's Massacre, Piece of Cake, Quiz Me. She was Blood Legion. Almora's rank was... Tribune? They were on patrol in Eastern Ascalon. The warband became corrupted and she was forced to destroy them. She retired? No. She left the legions? No. Let's see. She formed the Vigil. Okay. How did I do? Bam. I may have done this before. Next, ask me about Ula. Alright, we have put another level on, so let's see what we're going to get out of that. Let's pull it up, and we get some hero points. We can go to Twilight Arbor, Explorable, and we get some gear. So let's take a look at this. We have Power and Ferocity gear. I think our biggest win at this point is probably going to be the shoulders. But I am going to take the coat just because it's a bigger statistical win. So let's go ahead and hit that up. I am going to go ahead and equip that. I am going to deposit some stuff. Looks like my bank needs a little bit of attention here in my bag, so take a look at that in a couple of seconds as well. But first, what we're going to do is we are going to go ahead and we are going to spend our hero points. So we are working on curses here at this point. I'm just going to go ahead and train that up as far as I can. That is pretty decent, so we will do that. Next thing we're going to do is just a little bit of bag management here. Let's go ahead and, oh wow, look at this. You can't get your stuff because your bags are too full. That's awesome. Got a lot of junk sitting here in my bag, so I think the next step here is I will just take a walk over here. It looks like we got a vendor icon on the map here, and we'll get rid of some of the junk and clear out the bags, and then we'll take our next step. Alright, little bag space opened up, so let's take a look at some of the items here, see if we don't have any actual upgrades. These boots are an upgrade, but we can't wear them. Let's continue here. These shoulders are not an upgrade. Doesn't look, no, doesn't look like we've got anything really in here that we can use for an upgrade. Oh, except for this horn. Let's go ahead and put this horn on. Alright, so with that done, let us just salvage everything. Probably get to salvage a couple of yellow items here.
Threshold achieved.
Let's deposit our stuff and move on with our lives. A little pro tip for you guys as you are leveling through the maps, and I think this is kind of important as it relates to our little experiment of leveling quickly here. Over on the side of the screen, there are few players remaining on this map. Would you like to move to a more populated instance of the same map? What is this? What does this mean? If you are a WoW player, it's akin to sharding. Basically, it's part of the mega server system. In other MMOs, you have a server, and then every map on the server will have maybe one or two instances. Basically, the way it works in Guild Wars 2 is everybody is funneled into the most populated instance. If that gets too populated, it will create another and another and another. Now, as those instances become less populated, the game offers you the chance to move to a more populated instance of the map. Really, in terms of what it actually does for you, it's up and down, but in terms of what it is doing for our challenge and for our leveling quickly, it is actually important. Fewer players on the map means fewer mobs getting killed. Fewer mobs getting killed means higher XP bonus. So what this means is we always want to avoid taking this as long as we can. We want to remain on maps that are as empty as possible. So we will just click later at this point and move on with our lives. What we have here is a little philosophical moment. The last POI I need on the map is in the middle of all that event there with that huge champion, the fire elemental, which I know is totally going to smoke me. So do I go out like a champ and actually try and fight this, or do I just yeet in and try and get the POI? I'm doing it. See how long I last? Everything is conning +5 to me here. I'm a Necromancer. I'm immortal, right? Yeah, that's it. Pop me into some fresh aggro. That's beautiful. Alright. Well, we got it. Let's go ahead at this point, hit up a waypoint, and see what we need to do next. So we get our map completion bonus. I will gladly accept that. Hey, another black lion key. Can't complain there.
That's valuable.
That is valuable. I swear it is. We got some mail from the Tyrian Explorers Society. All right, woodchucks. Alright, next thing we will do here is pull up our bank, and I'm actually going to take care of something that I promised to take care of a while ago and probably should have a few levels ago. I'm going to head back on to Fields of Ruin for the time being, and if you recall, I was talking earlier, or in an earlier episode it would be, about the bags of loot that I got from the personal story, from the early episodes of the personal story I got, and the way that these bags actually scale with level. So if you think about what I've been saying for the last couple of episodes about how the materials in this game, the crafting materials that you'll get from salvaging, etc., are more valuable at this point of the game than they would be in the late game, what that means is as we get the gear from these bags at around this level, we will absolutely get better salvage from them. So we get better value from these bags. We're also going to see if there's any statistical upgrades in there, which is the kind of the reason why we do this. Now, optimally, we would have done this about 2 or 3 levels ago. The actual, optimum level is between 49 and 55, and that changes depending on the market, etc. But, your rough rule of thumb is try and get it around 50, 51, 52, those bags. So what I'm going to do at this point is just kind of do a little bag maintenance. I am going to clear out a few things first, so let's get any bags of trinkets and crap out of the way. Let's take a look. These gloves we cannot use. This we cannot use. Or is this a torch for a level? Okay, so... oh, no, it's a scepter. Never mind. And this... okay, so let's go ahead and do the last bit of salvaging we have to do here. And this axe. Let's take a quick look at this. This we cannot use yet, so we'll just get rid of that. Okay. So we've cleared that out. We will get rid of the luck, which is doing me no good. And we will open the bags and see if we get anything cool out of it. So,
That's valuable.
I'm just double clicking instead of opening all just for the dramatic flair, so to speak. So we'll go through here. We'll see if there are anything good in here that we may use. This hat is not as good as the one that we have. Doesn't seem to be much else in here. Mostly just things we can't use. These legs, not as good as the ones we have. And these legs are an upgrade. Yay! So let's pick those Cabalist legs up. And let us just go ahead and salvage the rest. And then we'll do these little champ boxes that we have here too. Let's get rid of that. See if there's anything good in here for us. And it doesn't look like anything is a huge upgrade. Oh, we got an accessory, but we can't actually use that until level 80. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go ahead. And I'm going to deposit. Sell the junk to the vendor here. Alright, and I'm going to move along. I will just touch on one thing with the black line keys I've been getting. I am saving these because I may get something I might want to put in my bank, and the rules of the challenge say I can't actually access my bank. So we will keep that in mind. I'm just going to keep these until I get to level 80. I also might keep these until End of Dragons launches, and a big reason for that is that the contents of the black line chests will refresh at that point, and there'll be more interesting new things in there, I'm sure. So I'm just gonna probably hold on to these keys until that point, or run the risk of getting a plush raptor or something like that. So that's where I'm standing on that. Let's move along with our lives. Alright, hey, level up. Wow, when did that happen? Let's take a look. Hey, plus 30 to primary attributes. Does that do anything? These little seals that you're going to start to see are exactly like the jewelry that are the little jewels and like rubies and chips and stuff that you could have socketed into your weapons and armor earlier. Again, this is, you know, a bit of a noob trap. Just don't worry about it here at this point. Does it make a difference? Yeah, sure. Does it make an appreciable difference? Yeah, not really. So just accept whatever you want here. I got some hero points coming up. I'm stoked about that. I came back. I'm gonna try and do it again. I'm not sure to tell you guys at this point. I don't want to, but I'm gonna. Sure, I'm glad the heart is all the way up fucking here, and I have to click it and talk to it. I'm here because someone mentioned rifles. Yeah, okay. Empty promises, ain't it? Empty promises of fun. Are we there yet? How am I not done this heart? Finally. Oh my god. Alright guys, all in good fun. It actually isn't so bad, but yeah, not my favorite part of the game, that kind of stuff. That said, we made a lot of progress here today. We got a lot of things accomplished. I'm going to spend a little time kind of off camera finishing this map, maybe putting a couple more levels on. Nothing too extreme. At that point, we will come back for our next episode. Have a little talk about a few other things that I have in mind that I won't kind of spoil to this point. And that's about it. Hey, gonna thank you guys very much for making their way through this video. Going to remind you to have fun in game and min-max your real life. And I'm glad we took this moment. We'll talk to you next time.